The truth is the truth, you can call it what you want. All I'm looking for is more proof. Calm down, this is only the truth. It's not your fault that you don't have proof. Start searching, man, you're just gonna lose. You're looking tired, dude, just hit snooze. Go back to sleep like the ball earthers do. I'm gonna wake you up to deception. Anybody living on a ball, give them a lesson. Tell them earth is flat and then simply answer their questions. Truth doesn't fear investigation. We're letting them control the whole nation with this stupid little lie. Man, the earth is not a ball, we should use our fucking eye. Damn, I thought this land was our land, and sadly I'm mistaken. This land was fucking taken, and this money that I'm making's gotta go. We gotta start spending, cause it won't be here anymore. Wake up to them kicking in our doors. Until then, ask your friends what they're fighting for and tell them where the truth's at. It's as easy as that, then we can watch their house and cards fall flat. Right back to the place that we started at. All alone, no home, sad songs, dirty bombs, and the list goes on. From the water that we drink to our air that's full of drones. Anybody wanna try me, man? I really wanna go. Guaranteed you don't care about what you think you know. All the lies involved, we see through that shit. We have problems solved and you would rather just quit. You cannot argue against it. The curvature is missing, NASA admittedly lost it. Look into it, it's here. Truth is sacred, sun is near. Electromagnetism, I can't make it any more clear. Quit your running from the truth, you have nothing to fear. You're a dummy goof if you think we live on a sphere. The curve is missing, spark up a blunt, crack open a beer. Kick back, we have a lot to say, you have a lot to hear. Online there's a lot of discussions to be had, but nothing compares to when it gets into your head. I'm telling you, you'll want to tell everybody what we all said, but these demons want you to run from the truth and go with them instead. Don't listen to the liars, don't blink, try to think for yourself, and you'll see flat earth is the only missing link. All the news is just set out to distract you. Look for yourself and look up, they're trying to attack you. Nothing we can do about it, only look and listen. Now you know, the earth is flat, the curvature is missing. Now you know, it's not me, it's all you. That's the question, it's all you. What do you find to be true?
Of course it's serious. This is capital letters B-I-G, as in Galileo. Time to rethink geocentrism.
It's very easy to paint in this style. Still water is always level. Still water is always level. Always level. Always level. 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 Still water is always level. And I think today we'll have still water. So pull from the outside in. Outside in. Outside in. Outside in. And it's very easy to paint in this style. Still water is always level. Still water is always level. Always level. Always level. 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 Still water is always level. And I think today we'll have still water. So pull from the outside in. Outside in. Outside in. Outside in.
Of course it's serious. This is capital letters B-I-G, as in Galileo. Time to rethink geocentrism. Time to rethink geocentrism. Time to rethink geocentrism. Time to rethink geocentrism. Time to rethink geocentrism.
Still water is always level. Still water is always level. Always level. Always level. 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 Still water is always level. And I think today we'll have still water. So pull from the outside in. Outside in. Outside in. Outside in. And it's very easy to paint in this style. Still water is always level. Still water is always level. Always level. Always level. 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 Still water is always level. And I think today we'll have still water. So pull from the outside in. Outside in. Outside in. Outside in.
老铁们，你们总说我拍段子不够拼，我今天就拼一次给你们看。
有人。
你怎么搞的你？哎，拍错了。
Where is the curvature? Where? Where is the curvature? Where? Where is the curvature? Where? Where is the curvature?
No shadow at all. That's perfectly easy to understand, provided the Earth is flat. If the shadow it's... That also makes sense on a flat Earth. But how could it be? Eratosthenes asked.
Where is the curvature? Where?
We do not embrace the public school system trope.
Alexander. The only answer was that the surface of the Earth is on a flat Earth. But how could it be? Eratosthenes asked.
Public school system and control.
I'm an elk, a mason.
What did you make of the Kyrie stuff?
I don't. It's true.
What?
The Earth is flat.
Shaq, what are you talking about?
The Earth is flat.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
No,
Listen.
it's not.
There's 3 ways to manipulate the mind: what you read, what you see, and what you hear.
Conspiracy.
In school, first
Public school system and control.
thing they took.
Indictment on that.
I'm just saying, when I drive from Florida to New York, flat. New York to Seattle,
It's not flat.
Seattle down to LA, flat. LA back to
not
Florida,
flat.
flat. It's a,
Okay,
matter of
here's-
fact, it's a square. That's what
Okay, I
it is.
can't believe...
We're free and equal, or so they tell us.
Alexandria. The only answer was that the surface of the Earth is flat.
Where is the curvature? Where? Where is the curvature? Where? Where is the curvature? Where? Where is the curvature?
Flat.
On the flat Earth.
Flat. Flat.
Where is the curvature?
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 Flat.
Where is the curvature? Where is the curvature? Where is the curvature? Where is the curvature? Where on the flat
Flat.
Where is the curvature?
Flat.
Where?
Flat. Flat.
Where is the curvature?
Flat.
Where?
Flat.
Where is the curvature?
Flat.
On the flat Earth.
I can fly. No, you can't. Yes, I can. You can. Can. Tell you, I could fly around this room with my eyes closed.
Hashtag as happy as day one, hashtag flat earth.
DD, this world isn't what you thought. Nope, not at all. So it's time to stop spinning and get off the ball.
Buzz!
But it wasn't flat like it had been washed up.
Done because so many people now have so much communication done. If YouTube can be done, what a great flat world story.
Systemprotest. Overdose.
System overdose.
Overdose. Systemprotest.
Yes, that's true. I grew up in the system, just like you. I trusted this system. Yes, that's true. And one day, my doctor did diagnose I have a big system overdose. System, just like you. I lost myself in the system. Yes, that's true. And one day my doctor did diagnose I have a big system overdose.
They kill children.
Say that the world is flat, flat, flat. That's worth reporting.
They kill children.
Stop it. Stop it. For a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
They kill children. They kill children. They kill children. They enslave, rape, and force women into marriage. They threatened the religious minority with genocide. And in acts of barbarism, they took the lives of 2 American journalists, Jim Foley and Stephen Sopwith.
What's going on? We have a right to know the truth.
That glyphosate in Argentina is causing increases in cancer. You can drink a whole quart of it and it won't hurt you.
You want to drink some? We have some here.
I'd be happy to, actually, but not really, but
not really.
I know it wouldn't hurt me.
Right, I'm going to level with you all.
If you say
right, I'm
something,
going to level with you all.
No, I'm not stupid.
Ah, okay, so you.
No, but I know
so
that
it's dangerous,
right? No, people try to commit suicide with it and fail fairly regularly.
Tell the truth.
It's not dangerous to humans. No, it's not.
So you're ready to drink one glass of glyphosate?
No, I'm not an idiot. Interview me about golden rice. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, then it's finished. Then the interview is finished.
That's a good way to solve things.
Yeah. You're a complete jerk. I do not believe that glyphosate in Argentina is causing increases in cancer. You can drink a whole quart of it.
Right, I'm going to level with you all.
You can drink a whole quart of it.
Oh, it's dangerous.
Rice. That's what and it won't hurt you.
You want to drink some? We have some here.
I'd be happy to, actually, but not really, but...
Right, I'm going to level with you all.
Straight out, flat out, I want you to give me the honest answer.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns.
Right, I'm going to level with you all.
Be a memory of a time when I tried so far and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. You can't handle the truth. Yes, we play the songs together. Yes, we play the songs together. Yes, we play the songs together.
What was one thing you wanted? How neat were you to see Roadster, Starman, just cruising along with the plan? And how long will we be getting live views, do you think, from the car?
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have
Son, we live in a world that has
way better
walls, and those
CGI if
walls
it was
have to be
fake.
guarded by men with guns.
And, you know, the colors all look kind of weird in space.
You can't handle the truth.
Recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me was a bit too far to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole because it's getting crowded up there now because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole, from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing.
I am Karen Fox. I'm here today at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. We are 20 minutes.
Can we cut?
Cut. What's the problem?
I can't say these words.
What do you mean?
I just don't believe what I'm saying.
Okay, but you're an actress.
I'm not that good of an actress.
People have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. I can promise that these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world. You are men.
We can. Earth is flat. Oh, this is awesome. Look, it's got all the characters and everything.
You are men. You are men.
Some of these babies live to be 200 years old.
Deze adembenemende filmbeelden geven een indruk
van wat astronauten in de toekomst
doing the spacewalks will now be wearing snorkels after the last astronaut
and replace one of two 780-pound ammonia pumps to keep the space station cool. It's been down for more than a week, forcing the station to conserve power. Spacewalk, everyone at NASA is on high alert. Savannah?
All right, Tom Costello, thank you so much.
We born not knowing, are we born knowing all? We growing wiser, are we just growing tall?
The earth was flat, if you went too far you would fall off. Now the earth is round, if the shape change again everybody would have start laugh. Search and find out the root of the truth that you seek of. Scholars teach in universities and claim that they're smart and cunning.
The law of gravity was discovered by Sir Isaac Newton in 1687.
We can describe gravity. We can say what it does to other things. We can measure it, predict with it. But when you start asking, like, what it is, I don't know.
So, of course, our guest today needs no introduction, but he'll get one anyway. Neil deGrasse Tyson with a new book. Here we go. Accessory to War, the Unspoken Alliance Between Astrophysics and the Military. Actually, Neil, I've written you a new...
It's that I don't exercise it. If there's a really, in so doing, they could do exactly what Queen Isabella did. Here's some flags.
Prize money.
Yes. And this goes on and on and on and on and on. So
from, just looking at ships out at sea to see which freighters are coming in and what their cargo is before the other merchants do, to turning it up to the sky.
And so your foe by its flag 10 times farther away than with the naked eye. Bada bing, there's a sail to the military, and now he's made in shade, and he goes and observes the sun, moon, and stars. Remedy, security. The motives of the astronomer to let me learn about the universe. And on this two-way street, the military looks over the barrier, and we look over their barrier, and occasionally we swap. We have many of us working for NASA and for satellite manufacturing in corporate America, this sort of thing. But this fact, it means we are complicit. We can be an accessory to war, even though that's not our intent or our goal.
All the years I've known you, I know you're an atheist, but...
Go ahead, Michael. We didn't expect you. You guys step out there, y'all. Go ahead.
They were probably sent here so that we put them in our jails. Because to put them in our jails, they didn't pay the electric bill. To put them... Oh, I like that much better. No, get those lights off. Oh, that's so much better. Those lights were brutal. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Turn them off. Better, right? Don't turn them on. Don't turn the lights on. Plus, we save on electricity, right? No! Get those lights off. Oh, so much nicer. No, that's the way we have to negotiate for our country. Oh! Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn them off. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. The lights. The lights. Turn off the lights. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Oh, so much nicer. And because the lights didn't work, I won't pay the rent. No!
Ladies and gentlemen, please calm down. Please listen to me. I want to tell you what's going on with the ship. Thank you. We've been thrown off course just a tad.
Check this out. Any shout outs back here, here up home back in New York that you want to give?
Shout out to all of my people.
Do it, baby. It's unbelievable. What?
Biggie Smalls is the illest, nigga.
It's unbelievable.
Biggie Smalls is the illest, nigga. What? Yeah. New York is the illest. Check it out. Check it out. B-I-G-G-I-E, a.k.a.
What?
B-I-G. Get it? Biggie, also known as the Bon Appetit. Rappers can't sleep.
Keep sleeping.
Big keep creeping. Bullets keep seeking. Casualties keep tweaking.
Yeah.
Rappers be teaching.
B.I. That's that.
Oh, I thought he was right.
Oh, come now.
Why y'all so dumb now? Hunt me or be hunted. I got 357 ways. Silver sword tape. I'm the winner all day. Light skin killer down Biggie's whole way. My forte was a slow hands on plane. Down dimension. Hardly sentient. If I said it, I meant it. Like my tongue was no check. Call me evil or unbelievable. Check it.
It's unbelievable.
Biggie Smalls is the illest.
Say it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Biggie Smalls is the illest.
Say it. It's unbelievable.
Biggie Smalls is the illest.
Yeah, bad boy. It's unbelievable.
Check it.
Come on, what?
Bust shots out the sunroof of Lexus.
Yeah.
No witnesses. What you think this is?
Yeah.
No amateurs here. I damage and clear MCs fear me. They too near not to hear me. Clearly, I'm the triple B3. 1,000 grams of light cut to your gut. It seems fucked up the way I touched up the grill.
Say what?
I don't play no river. You ain't no killer. Got by your liver. Throw up a little clipper. You ready to die? Tell God I said hi. And throw down the lights for the righteous and sleep.
Say what?
Know the sleep low.
Unbelievable.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
What exactly is a tad? In space terms, that's about 500,000 miles.
I don't have to tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I don't have to. I'm not gonna tell you. I don't have to tell you. I have to tell you. I don't have to tell you. I have to tell you. I don't have to tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. Just wait. Donald Trump rants and raves. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump rants and raves. Donald Trump. Oh, I'm not ranting and raving. I'm just telling you. I'm not ranting and raving. I love this. I love this. I love this. Let me just tell you something. That I don't have to tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I don't have to tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I don't have to tell you. Tell you. And eventually you guys are gonna get tired of asking that question.
I think it's good for a show to go off the air before it becomes stale and repetitive.
Of this globe. That's his edge of space jump. Now, you know, I don't. It's fine. He wants to. I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, "Wow, he's in space. Look at that." No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't.
This one's gonna be a hit. Oop, check it out. Oop, check it out.
And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, he would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. Now, you know, I don't see that. They made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, "Wow, he's in space. Look at that." No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. 2 millimeters above this beach ball.
That stuff is flat.
You just don't. That stuff is flat. 2 millimeters above this beach ball. That stuff is flat. 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 That stuff is flat.
The black cat is on the field. The first touch is exceptional. The movement is outstanding. The black cat lies through. Brilliant! Brilliant goal!
That stuff is flat. 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 That stuff is flat.
These are confusing times, which is just about the right time to have the Burger King Impossible Whopper. Oh. Ja, such it feet by the way Mervo. Oh, saw me in urban. Has me asked your but such this new.
If you look into the experiments to prove that the Earth is spinning, all of them failed. Look into it. They faked 6 moon landings.
Stop saying that.
If you look,
it's a radical thing to say to somebody.
Kind of is.
It's possible that the world is flat. I realize it's a radical thing to say to somebody.
Kind of is.
I think it's true. Actually possible that the world is flat.
I was overweight and looked terrible.
And sirens that place sailors under a spell with their songs to make them wreck their ships against the rocks. They thought the world was flat, and that the seas ended in a great abyss. But the sailor Christopher Columbus didn't believe the flat Earth idea.
Is the Earth flat?
But if the mainstream media started saying it was round, I might question them.
Yeah, and now that we have a U.S. Navy missile instructor and many other experts confirming that the Earth is a flat and motionless plane,
You're being sarcastic. That's a prank call. It's just written in the firmament of the night sky. Think about that. Here's what happens. They think it's a flat Earth too. Stan, they want to just go with the Earth is flat. In a global government globalism conspiracy, he's in a thing called globalism, saying globalism is in crisis. Global government is in globalist interest because the globalists came in. The globalist gutty. Globalism conspiracy.
He's a bachelor and he works late. That much you got right. But you didn't dig deep enough. He's also a joiner. He belongs to lodges and he never misses a meeting.
A series like that would be cool. We got Flat Stuff Earth here. That's cool. Hey, sup, man? How you doing? We're not talking about geocentrism tonight much.
world.
Like a basketball?
They's all fake.
Okay, if the Earth is a pancake, then how do we get both day and night?
Because the sun is like a spotlight, and it moves around shining on one place at a time.
Okay, crazy.
But if the Earth is a pancake, why does not the water spill off the edges?
Yeah, water would spill right off into space.
Ha ha ha! Explain that, Mr. Pancake Earth!
2 words. Butter wall.
Butter wall? Seriously? A butter wall?
That's what I said, fool! There's a big old butter wall, and it circles the entire pancake Earth.
The butter wall keeps the water in.
Aha! Now you're catching on. You're beginning to see how reality really be.
These are confusing times, which is just about the right time to have.
To question. We have known the Earth is round for thousands of years. As early as 240 BC, Greek astronomer and mathematician Eratosthenes.
Did we all just die of boredom?
Look, it's the butter wall.
You've got to be kidding me.
Wow, I never thought I'd say this, but Beast Boy was right.
That's right, baby.
You said that you felt that none of you were compensated adequately for what it was that you did for the country. Why do you feel that way? Can you tell us how much you were compensated? What do you think would have been adequate at that time? I mean, what you did was an amazing feat, and clearly something that carries with it a lot of national pride.
All of us, with the few exceptions, 2, 3
were civilians, geologists. Neil was a civilian, transportation, government meals, government quarters. So my travel reimbursement was $33.
Most of our satellites that are used for communications, military intelligence, and television broadcasting.
This is a hoax. It's a hoax. Everybody knows that.
Still, at the equator, you weigh about 0.5 kilogram less because more centrifugal force is generated where the Earth is flat.
We have extra ways to divide ourselves now because the internet makes it easy. If you have some idea that's a little bit crazy, but you don't think it's crazy, you type it in, and up comes everybody else who shares that exact idea. And so the tribalization now can cut through the population in other ways that have not been traditional. That's why you have the rise of flat earthers, right? They've all found each other. There used to be the lone person at the party that say, now they all have banded together. And so I don't think this is good as a general fact, because it's appealing to some base sort of caveman tribal element that we know is still in us. And one of the points of civilization is to tamp down what might be primal urges, and so that we all get along because we all share the same. What you find is that they create a universe that is perfectly flat. Flat. Now, if your space-time is flat, think about that. Sort of flattened circle. Why aren't they some other shape? And you say, I don't know. I'll get back to you. What you find is that they create a universe that is perfectly flat. Flat. So Isaac Newton, without the need to sort of to research it.
The fundamental fact of calculus and non-Euclidean geometry. Small sections of large curved surfaces.
What about the idea that every individual feels the need to join some kind of movement?
Listen, B.O.B. once and for all.
Is that a wrong idea?
Isn't flat. Then flat. Becomes being harmful. Becomes being harmful. Becomes being harmful to the health, the wealth, and the security of our citizens. It's a symptom of a large problem. There's a growing anti-intellectual strain in this country. It may be the beginning of the end of our informed democracy. Discovery and exploration got us out of the cave, and each generation benefits from what previous generations have learned. Flat, 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 becomes being harmful. Becomes being harmful. Becomes being harmful to the health, the wealth, and the security of our citizens. Flat, 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 flat.
To promote the flat Earth. I think too many people think that the Earth is a globe. It's not a globe. The Earth is flat. Shout out my boy Eddie Bravo and promoting the flat Earth.
Okay, so that's your goal here, promoting flat Earth.
For sure.
Really? BJ Penn apparently thinks the Earth is flat.
You tell him the Earth's flat, he don't care. Tell him space don't exist, he don't care.
Oh no. There are Tila Tequila retweeted her the other day.
Someone tell me why nobody is allowed to go to Antarctica and why do all the countries have a treaty there or whatever. Hashtag flat Earth.
Thinks the Earth is in
Tila
fact
Tequila,
flat.
she's so smart.
Yeah.
I love Tila, man.
Seems like a fun gal. Earth really does. A lot of people think the Earth's flat.
Hey, listen, if we went to the moon six times and back, do you believe we went to the moon 6 times and back? Of course you do. Do you believe we went to the moon 6 times and back?
He goes, of course you do.
We did? Maybe. You don't know? You're on the fence?
He's from Ohio.
You don't know?
He doesn't
what
have
about
a
you? For sure we went.
We for sure went to the moon.
Yes.
It wasn't a stage.
Hey, I'm not gonna debate it. I just want to know where you guys are.
I want to know where you got your research.
Shaq, what are you talking about?
The Earth is flat.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
listen,
it's not.
There's 3 ways to manipulate the mind: what you read, what you see, and what you hear.
Okay. Conspiracies.
In school, first thing they teach us.
Science rules.
Is the Earth flat or round?
Here is a mirage. We typically would not be able to see this from the Lake Michigan shore. We talked about this last night. Conditions are right on the lake, but we're actually seeing a mirage of the Chicago skyline.
Everything you kids learned in science class is a crock of baloney. There are tons of flat earthers out there, including A-list celebrity Tila Tequila and the 7th best guard in the NBA, Kyrie Irving.
You've seen pictures of the planet, though, right? Like it's a circle. So
I've seen a lot of things that that my educational system has said that was real and turned out to be completely fake. So, I don't mind going to Instagram in terms of my.
Believe the world is flat too.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. Sticking your head in the sand might make you feel safer, but it's not going to protect you from the coming storm.
People ask me, if the Earth is flat, man, like
if there wasn't any gravity, I'd be jumping higher than that. I'd be jumping over the flag or something to prove that there is no gravity. I mean, this guy's just lightly jogging, and I mean, clearly they're just playing it back at a lower speed. Anyone remember that really windy afternoon on the moon?
And for all the people back on Earth, the crew of Apollo 8 has a message that we would like to order.
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself. Away from me. You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Is the Earth flat or round? Go to the seashore. Go to a seashore. Go to the seashore. Just go.
Science Emergency Defense Program initiated.
Just go. Or then climb a tower, or go to the top of a hill or a mountain. But you will not see to the other side of the earth. Just start there. If you'd like, look at pictures from space. Where you see the Earth as a sphere. Those pictures are not fake.
Now I'm angry!
Yeah, this all depends on our fundamental understanding of the size of the Earth and its shape with extraordinary precision. And if you want to get into it, the Earth isn't quite a sphere. It's a little... Its spin is a little stretched. It made it slightly oblate.
We're ready to hang out with you guys. Welcome aboard.
Back to the moon, the Artemis program. We're going to be there in 5 years.
Kyrie Irving, who plays for the Cavaliers, he recently said that he believes the world is flat. Is that a subject that you covered with him? Were you aware of that?
Word, is that what you think? Like, what do you say?
I don't know. I guess maybe he just kind of...
Understand the philosophy behind the flat Earth theory. Could be flat, could not be flat. There could be 12 continents. How would you know?
That's a matter of how we draw it up.
Fly in one direction, you'll come back around, which in a flat world.
True. That is true.
The thing is, there is no space. That's what people mean by NASA stealing money. S-T-E-E-L-I-N-G. Stealing money. The sun and the moon are inside the firmament. Solid dome created by God on the second day to divide the primal sea, called Tahom, into upper and lower portions so that the dry land could appear.
Especially as we start going deeper into space, which is going to be very important as we go back to Mars in the next 5 years.
One of the neat things about video is that you can edit out all these fades when you goon it up, you know.
We were going to talk about the wrestling match recently on SmackDown between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles on this program today. I had not had a chance to see it as of when we recorded the drive-through because it had just happened. And I said, well, that sounds good, and I want to see that. And honestly, two things prevented me. Well, three things. One was a lack of time with everything that's been going on this week. Secondly, was the on-demand feature for my Fox SmackDown series, whatever, on cable. You couldn't fast forward the thing. Well, the fast forward moves at like a snail's pace, but you can't fast forward the commercials at all. And I was not going, I knew that the match was on the last hour, correct? I figured that it'd be the main event. Point is, I wasn't going to go all the way through that for that. And thirdly, and most importantly, we talked about AJ Styles, and I tried to make excuses for AJ being a Republican. I said, well, he's small town. He was raised that way, right? It wasn't his fault, you know, et cetera.
Religious.
Just because he's religious and, you know, small town, that's why he's Republican. But now, apparently, a bunch of people on Twitter told me that AJ Styles thinks the earth is flat. Is this true?
I probably know what you know, but I have heard the same thing. And then I saw this clip that someone sent me of him and Daniel Bryan talking about it on some WWE show. I'm not even sure what it was.
Was it the backstage thing, or it was something they did where they're supposedly still in character, but it's supposed to be a shoot, kind of a mixed work shoot thing?
Well, backstage, it was something else, though.
Okay.
The earth is flat. So.
Flat earthers. The world is flat. It's an ice wall around the outside.
It's like a stuffed crust pizza.
Like a rolling stone.
Round like home. Round like home.
lesson. Tell them Earth is flat and then simply answer their questions. Truth doesn't fear investigation. We're letting them control the whole nation with this stupid little lie. Man, the Earth is not a ball. Don't blink, try to think for yourself. You'll see flat Earth is the only missing link. All the news is just set out to distract you. Look for yourself and look up. They're trying to attack you. Nothing we can do about it. Only look and listen.
That's going to cause a little confusion.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Oh yeah, I can do that. Watch this.
The Earth is flat.
It wasn't a question. I just want to tell everyone the flat Earth.
The Earth is flat.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
It kind of flattens out.
Flat Earth, in flat Earth, in flat Earth, in Earth is flat.
Let me tell you the story of a man named Matt. For NASA, he painted the ball Earth map. Off the canvas, he pictured it too. To show the world, they look, they said, the Earth. The Earth is flat, and that's alright. The globe is wrong from all the facts. I know for a fact that the Earth is flat. Water cannot hold on the outside of the ball. So many, the talent he holds. Then came up with a skit to expose the low line and put an end to his comedian career. The Earth is flat, and that's alright. The globe is wrong from all the facts. I know for a fact that the Earth is flat. The water cannot hold the outside of a ball.
I'm not representing the globe.
After math, so many will come from the light to expose the reality we see. That water cannot hold on the outside of a ball. The Earth is flat, and that's alright. The globe is wrong from all the facts. I know for a fact that the Earth is flat. 'Cause water cannot hold on the outside of a ball. For a fact that the Earth is flat, 'cause water cannot hold. Water cannot hold. 'Cause water cannot hold on the outside of a ball.
You really are a piece of work.
The Moon Shots World Title Fight.
An amazing cheat.
Grandma.
Welcome to the show where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show if you don't know it's part of the show.
There's a vehicle on the pad the night of the launch. Unfortunately, in the cockpit now. This is just going through the cloud deck at about 20,000 feet. You can see that the vibration isn't too bad, and we're all in there busily checking our instruments, making sure everything is running properly.
Sort of monitoring the motion of the vehicle, making sure that it was steady and that the vibrations of any sort. Here's a picture of the insat vibrations of any sort. Here's a picture of the insat vibrations of any sort. Here's a picture of the insat
Here's a picture of the insat.
Where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show. If you don't know, you don't know. Intoxicated 8 makes you believe you're spinning in space while you have no shame or grace. It's a disdainful state I used to contemplate how to save myself from my own self-hate. Wonder why I was even made with a dreadful fate, forced to try and wake with a full plate. No one to help me stay awake or educate. I've had to liberate and fight through hidden gates. But my brother, heaven could never be late, and rockets don't work in space. It's all fake. The show is on Mars, it's a joke, but you're too far gone, it won't be long. Fepe's beak is strong. We have our sun and we march along like streams of knowledge leading to God's holy pond, and lives of truth that hits the bong and sings the song, turns mankind from the wrong. We come in peace with a holy gown, and all of us wearing our holy crowns. Said the earth is flat and we probably just won't get along. Just to go along, I said, welcome to the show where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show. If you don't know, you don't know. Welcome to the show where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show if you don't know it's part of the show. In the teach you to reach for the stars while opening up the bars and keeping you chained down with mortgage bills and cars. Vaccines for your arms, kids sounding like supercharged.
You can't handle the truth.
And rage quit repertoires, no answers for yards. Caught up in emotion that's not even yours. Impossible truths like impeccable retards. Lined up for your survey with gish galloping wars. No remedy can save the lost in love with the arm. I'm tired of walking into refracted shards. Poor science displayed by disgusting bards. Soaked in sin with your dupe is the life in a new hand of cards. Been so long, seems like for love I'm just too hard, I'm just